Hey guys, welcome to the Max Invest YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a weekly update. We're going to be looking at what's been happening in cryptocurrency in the past week, and we're going to have a look at the prices of these cryptocurrencies. Where are the prices going? What's happening in this market cycle? And how is everything going to play out? Of course, if you enjoyed the video, remember to like and subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, and remember, nothing in this video is financial advice. So let's get into the video. As we can see, Bitcoin is around $60,000, Ethereum is around $4,500, and most of the cryptocurrencies are flat on the day. Of course, most of the cryptocurrencies had a recent boom up where we saw Bitcoin and Ethereum take out their all-time highs, and a lot of these other altcoins have also taken out their all-time highs. Now, one interesting thing to think of is that Ethereum is essentially above its old all-time high right now. Ethereum is sitting at a cool $4,500, while Bitcoin is sitting at $61,000. So Bitcoin is actually below its old all-time high, not in price discovery, and Ethereum is at its all-time high. Essentially, this is quite odd because usually in the fourth quarter we see Bitcoin outperform everything else, including Ethereum. However, it does look like this quarter is changing a little bit. Ethereum is holding its ground against Bitcoin, which is fabulous to see, and hopefully in quarter one we can see Ethereum once again take off against Bitcoin and see what it has to do there. So this definitely is quite interesting to me, and it will be interesting to follow the Ethereum Bitcoin ratio. As we can see, Chainlink is sitting all the way down at rank 15, and currently Chainlink is giving us a little bit of a hard time. Essentially, what Chainlink is doing is it's pumping a pretty substantial amount on the day, and then instantly losing momentum and dumping back down. So, there have been a lot of days where we've seen Chainlink go up 7, 8, 9, or even 10%. It has a very, very good day. And generally on these days, Ethereum and Bitcoin are flat to up, and Chainlink really takes off. However, just last night we saw Ethereum and Bitcoin pull back about 3 or 4%, and the second that we see these bigger cryptocurrencies pull back, we see Chainlink pull back even more. It continues to lose momentum. Of course, this doesn't make me bearish on Chainlink whatsoever, it just tells me that it's not yet Chainlink's time. Chainlink hasn't properly started moving up against Ethereum and Bitcoin just yet, so it's not quite time in my opinion. Of course, I do believe that after Chainlink's long period of accumulation, it will eventually be time. We will just need to wait and see. Regardless, Chainlink has been steadily moving up against the US dollar and the Australian dollar over the past couple of weeks, which is good to see. However, in a bull market, we do want to see it outperforming Ethereum and Bitcoin, so we'll need to wait and see if this happens. Now, there wasn't too many big bits of news that I wanted to cover in this video this week, as I do have a few videos planned on these bits of news in the following week. However, one thing that I did want to discuss, and I may discuss in a little bit more detail next week, is that Chainlink's total value secured just past $75 billion. So this does show that Chainlink's securing a massive amount of value, and all of this value that is secured by Chainlink must have a fee paid on it. If somebody's using Chainlink, they essentially do need to pay link to all of the node operators, so all of this value does actually accrue more and more fundamental value to Chainlink's base layer. So it definitely is good to see that this is happening. Chainlink has already passed $75 billion secured, and I do expect this number to increase exponentially, and because of this I do believe that it is undervalued from a fundamental standpoint. Now, I do want to take a specific look at some of the charts, because as we can see, Ethereum has been doing very, very well right here. Now, if you look at the Ethereum price every single day like I do, it may look a little bit stable right now. Ethereum's been hanging around $4,500 for the past couple of days, and it nearly touched $4,500  2 or so weeks ago. So it does feel a little bit stable. But if we zoom out and we look at the macro chart, we can see that it's just been consistently going up week after week. There's green candle after green candle after green candle after green candle, and this happened ever since we bounced off the bull market support band. Of course, if we can continue this momentum, continue on upwards and continue printing green candles, I do expect Ethereum to be able to have a very high price by the beginning of next year before we get into Ethereum 2.0, and that really is what I'm hoping for. This rally does look a lot more sustainable than previous rallies. As we can see, previously Ethereum just shot straight up to $5,000 or $4,300. It was way above the bull market support band, and it had hardly even tested the bull market support band. Now, in this rally, Ethereum shot all the way back up, it came back down, tested the bull market support band, and it's just steadily climbing up right now. There's not really a mania about Ethereum, not that many people are searching it up, it's just hanging around, steadily climbing up, and in my opinion, this is actually a pretty good thing to see. I do hope that Ethereum can continue to climb like this, and as long as there's no major negative catalysts, I would assume that it's going to continue to do this. So this does look like quite sustainable to me. I can see Ethereum going quite a bit higher, and in my opinion, this double top pattern on the chart is very, very bullish. Now, if we go over and take a look at Chainlink, we can see that Chainlink looks quite similar to Ethereum if you take out the old all-time high here. Of course, unlike Ethereum, Chainlink hasn't printed a new all-time high. However, like Ethereum, Chainlink did come up above the bull market support band, it came back down, and now it's rallying back up off the bull market support band. Of course, I would expect Chainlink to have some much bigger candles, get above this all-time high, and really strongly move up. However, this is only a matter of time. Of course, if we look at what Chainlink's done over the past, it just has these sideways trading periods and it eventually booms up. I expect this time to be no different, especially because of Chainlink's fundamental value constantly increasing and the coin constantly improving. So I am quite bullish on Chainlink for the end of the year, but we will just need to be patient and see what happens. Now, one of the last things that I wanted to discuss in this video is I did want to briefly discuss market cycle theory. A lot of you do know what my opinions on market cycle theory are, and I essentially don't believe we're going to see the traditional market cycle play out. Essentially, what the traditional market cycle has been is it's basically meant that Bitcoin goes up for a certain period of time and then it rolls back down. As we can see, if we go back onto my old chart, we can see that there have been a couple of market cycles previously. There was one big market cycle back in 2011, Bitcoin crashed. There was another big market cycle back in 2014, Bitcoin crashed, and then there was the 2017 mania. Of course, what a lot of people are actually predicting is that Bitcoin is going to go up to a very high price and then crash back down 90% in another multi-year bear market. Now, there are a few specific reasons why I don't actually think this is going to happen. The first reason is after all of these years, market cycles become unbelievably predictable. And if they become unbelievably predictable, what this means is a lot of people want to sell at the top and buy at the bottom. Now, if everyone wants to sell at the top and buy at the bottom, that essentially means that there is no top and there is no bottom. Because when the price drops down, too many people are buying, so the price doesn't really drop down. And when the price goes up, too many people are selling, so it doesn't really go up. Essentially, what this means is that unbelievably predictable events will not play out, because if everybody thinks they're going to play out, then they simply can't play out in a competitive market and within market dynamics. That's one of my main reasons why I just don't think it's going to play out. Now, my next big reason is because I do think we're entering an adoption supercycle. If we look back in 2017, Ethereum had very low fundamental value. Not much was being done on it. However, we're seeing company after company start using Ethereum, and we're seeing its daily active users skyrocket. We're also seeing roll-ups come on Ethereum, which is going to be able to onboard the entire world, all of the users, and the fundamental value is essentially ever increasing. Of course, this actually makes me think that a $500 billion market capitalization for Ethereum, while it may seem very, very high, is actually pretty cheap in my opinion. I do believe that Ethereum is going to be the biggest decentralized platform that all of these applications are going to come onto, and I do believe it's cheap. Now, this doesn't mean there won't be bear markets. It can't go up forever. So I would expect that in the future, in the next couple of years, we will have those periods where we go down 50% for 6 to 12 months. However, I don't expect Ethereum to ever go down 90% again, and I don't expect these bear markets to be sustained. And I also don't think I'll be able to predict when these bear markets are, so in my opinion, I'm just going to continue dollar cost averaging into Ethereum. I'm never going to try and time the tops. I'm never going to sell my Ethereum. I'd much rather dollar cost average and just continue building up my ETH stack for the future. Anyway, this brings me to the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like and subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.